Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to make a mouse trail in Scratch. So I'm going to delete my Scratch cat and I want my backdrop to be black. So I'm going to use the square option, set the fill to black and I don't want any outline. So I'm gonna draw the square like that. Okay, now I'm going to add my sprite. I'm going to paint. Okay, so I'll name this sprite as pointer. Okay, and then the first, so this sprite is going to be having multiple costumes, and then the person will be able to switch between designs of the mouse trail. So the first costume I'm gonna set it to red, and I'll make it a small square, make it smaller, and I'll make it there. I'm just going to name these costumes as 1, 2, 3, etc. so that it'll be easier to switch the costumes between each other. So now I'm going to do is select the square and then I'm going to do a red outline to the square, red outline, and then set that to 3 and then I don't want any fill. So it's gonna be like that. The next one will be a red circle. This one without a fill. So for now I'm just going to be making 4 costumes. You can make how many ever costumes you want. You can make different types of designs. So first let me add the code. So when green flag clicked, I'm going to add a forever loop. And what we want the sprite to do is always following our mouse pointer. So I'm going to go to motion and drag a go to mouse pointer. And to create that effect, we wanted to create a clone of myself. So now there'll be many clones, but okay. So now I'm going to add when I start as a clone, grab a forever loop, and then I'm going to add a repeat 15 block. So I'm going to set that to 15 and I'll say change size by 2. So the things behind they keep increasing in size. So now what we want is we want it to keep disappearing. So I'm going to use a change ghost effect block and I'll set that to 3. And then after this we wanted to delete that clone. Okay, let me check now. Okay, so it's following the mouse trail, but what I'm going to do is instead of the clones behind becoming bigger, I will make them smaller. So I'm going to change 2 to -2. Yeah, like that. And then if I set this number to 10, they're going to be very small. Okay, so now I wanted this trail to be colorful, not just one color. So I'm going to add when green flag clicked forever and I'm going to go to looks and drag a change color effect by 5 maybe. Okay, okay, that's too colorful. Let's just make it 1. Yeah, so we have a colorful mouse trail. Now, what I want is I want the player to be able to switch between the designs. So I'm gonna delete this variable and so the player will be able to switch between the designs using this variable and then the costume will be set to this variable. So I'll name this variable as type. Yeah, actually I'll rename it to um, design. Yes. And then now what I'm going to do is in the design variable over here, it shows on the screen, right click on the variable and then you'll find an option called slider. Okay, so once you set the slider, the person whoever's viewing the project will be able to change this. So when this changes, we want to switch the designs as well. Okay. Now I'm going to right click on this slider and there's an option called change slider range. So now the person is able to choose values from 0 to 100, but as I have only 4 costumes, I'll set it to 1 to 4. So okay, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So now the player can only choose between 4 costumes. Okay, now I'm going to do when green flag clicked forever, I'm going to switch the costume to the design. So now if I set my design to 1, we have a square trail. If I set it to 2, oh sorry, if I set it to, I have to drag it. Yeah, I have an outline of the square and setting it to 3 gives me circles. Now I'm going to add some more costumes to this sprite. So just duplicate that, delete this. Now I'm going to use this square, uh, just set it 3. I'm gonna draw a square, a small square, and move that to the middle. Yeah. Now in this square, I'm just going to use this reshape tool. I'm gonna select the square, click on the reshape tool, and I'm gonna select one part of the square. I'm gonna delete it. So now this square is turned into a triangle. I'm just going to move this a little bit so that it's proper. And there we have a triangle. Now I'm going to duplicate this as an outlined triangle. Yeah. Now I want to change the slider range as we have 6 costumes right now. We want the person to be able to choose from 1 to 6. Okay, so and when the green flag is clicked, I always want it to be set to a particular design. So set design to 1. Yeah. So now even if I change it to 4, the next time I click the flag, it's always the square. 2 is this, 3 is a circle, 4 is this, and 5 we have a triangle mouse trail, and the 6 is an outline of the triangle. Okay, so now we're done. Hope you like my video. Bye. See you soon.